Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, the question that I will be answering is, what does the word seed mean in Genesis chapter 3, verse 15? So, Genesis chapter 3, verse 15 reads, "And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." The word seed in the Bible is not just a physical child that you give birth to. For example, Jesus Christ told the Pharisees that the devil was their father in John chapter 8, verse 44. But Satan did not physically give birth to the Pharisees. Rather, it was that they were inspired by Satan the devil to persecute the very people that God sent into the world and deceive the whole nation so that they wouldn't be saved, according to Matthew chapter 23, verses 13 and 15, and Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. Therefore, they were a seed or product of Satan the devil. Therefore, the seed that God was talking about was Satan and all his agents, and the efforts that they make to oppose God's purpose. For thousands of years, they triumphed over the righteous and ruled the world. That's what brought thousands of years of oppression, slavery, inequality, and so on. And this was what the text meant by, "Thou shalt bruise his heel." But God Almighty has risen to bruise Satan's head by bringing in his Son Jesus Christ and empowering him with the ability to defeat all of Satan's institutions, according to Jeremiah chapter 51, verses 20 to 23, where Jesus Christ was considered to be the battle axe of God, the person that he would use to destroy all of Satan's enemies, to subdue everything that does not answer to righteousness, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 24 to 28. And to do that, God has crowned his Son Jesus Christ and made him king. He put a gold crown upon his head, and he told him to rule in the midst of his enemies, according to Psalm 21, verse 3, Psalm 110, verses 1 and 2, and Daniel chapter 7, verses 13 and 14, and also Isaiah chapter 32, verse 1, and Luke chapter 1, verses 32 to 33, and many other passages in the scriptures. And as a result of Jesus Christ taking power to reign, Satan's institutions have evidently begun to crumble, because the powerful monarchies that used to keep humanity under the sway of Satan have collapsed in fulfillment of Revelation chapter 6, verses 12 to 17. And when humanity realized that dictatorships and monarchies were over, then democracy sprung up. Democracy itself better set up, though, so that it can survive. If democracy makes us to remember God and serve him properly, then it will remain. But if it makes us more secular and makes it more difficult for us to even remember that God exists, then democracy must also be taken away, because it is the will of God that must prevail at the end, according to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 11, and chapter 46, verses 9 to 11. And so that explains what the seed of Genesis chapter 3, verse 15 means. It's not a literal seed. It's referring to those, the seed of Satan is those who decide to live according to the ways of Satan. Whereas the seed of that woman there is talking about those who subscribe to the purpose of God. That woman of Revelation chapter 12. It is her seed, the fulfillment of God's plan, that is being spoken about there. So, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.